Hello, everybody. We're going to get started here shortly. If you are catching this as a replay, it's important to go to the timestamps within the comments. Please be patient because if the live show is still going or it just ended, it does take me some time here to post them, so just check back. We're going to get started here with the live shortly for the All Signs week ahead, what's coming next for August 31st through September 6th. See you in a bit, guys.
Vibration upgrade in progress. 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 Vibration upgrade at 50%. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade at 75%. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade is complete. Your messenger has arrived. The show will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Initiate.
Well, hello, everybody. I am Tanya. We are here with another edition of All Signs Week Ahead. This is for the weekly energy. Don't be shy. Let me know if you're here, whether you are catching this on YouTube, Twitch, or on Facebook. We are on multiple platforms here, and we're going to get started. So hope everyone is doing well. Can't believe it, but we are already looking into Monday's energy. It just is what it is. As always with these readings, guys, just take what resonates, leave the rest. Do not force anything to fit. You're going to want to check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Welcome, Christina. And don't forget that there's a goal going on over on YouTube. Yes, YouTube, we have a goal going on. If we unlock that goal, we will unlock the faded dice for the collective here. And this is basically another chance here of a collective with some different placements. So the more placements that show up in the roles that are close to yours, well, that message may be for you, or if you just feel intuitively guided to listen. But let's go ahead and see what's going on with astrology news here first. That's our first bit in place here before we roll the dice and see which archetype is with us. Let's switch gears here. Where's my new banners? Excuse me, guys. Let's see what we have here. There we go. Now we have all the right banners up. All right. Hello, Star. Welcome. How you doing? We got Star, my moderator, over on Twitch. So if you guys see her, and you guys can see everybody's feed on here in the live chat. For those of you, hello, welcome back, Navaya. For those of you who are seeing the live chat on screen, I know some of you are seeing this on vertical, so you're just seeing my hand, and that's why my hand is in the middle, so that it doesn't look like it's completely blank. But we are going to give some astrology news here first, okay? So for this week, we're still in the aftershocks here of that August 28th Pisces lunar eclipse. So we may still be processing the revelations and endings and emotional shifts. So if you guys were feeling it last week or into it, it's okay. It's normal. This is the aftershocks of it. Now, tomorrow, Monday, August 31st, we have Jupiter in Leo, which trines Saturn retrograde in Aries. Now, this is actually a really supportive energy for talking, for taking something we want to expand and create and making it a little bit bigger. So think of it this way. Jupiter is going to want us to think bigger, while Saturn asks us to give that vision structure. So how can we make that stable this week? And it's going to be extremely important for those of you who have Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius placements in your chart, especially if you're 10 to 17 degrees. But you're also going to want to make sure you check out where your placements are within the houses as well for Aries and Leo. On Tuesday, September 1st, we have Mars in Cancer, and that squares Saturn retrograde in Aries. And the best way to describe this energy is having your foot or your feet on both the gas and the brake pedals at the same time. So it's going to be a lot of friction energetically. Mars wants action, while Saturn can bring out that restriction and delay. So if you feel blocked this week, this isn't necessarily a sign to give up on anything. It may just not be the week to do anything about it. It's just to reflect or to pause. So again, if you have placements in Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn, make sure you check your Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, and Mars placements and see where your houses are. You can get a little bit more deeper into how the squaring affects you. All right. So those are what's going on here in astrology news. Let's get to the collective here. Let's get to it. Yeah. Check it up. Look at your chart, Navaya, and see how it will affect, because everyone's going to be a little bit different with their placements. All right. Let's get to it. Let's call in our guides, our ancestors, and our ascendant masters. Spirit, if we can hone into our collective, which archetype is here with us this week, embodying this energy? We have a 4 and a 1, which comes down to the Liberator. We've had the Liberator come up quite a few times, but this week it's about breaking a cycle, breaking a pattern, freeing oneself from something that feels like a new start, a new beginning. So there could be some frustration that comes in, especially with that astrology news that we just heard, that if there are certain placements that we have and it's making us feel stuck and it's like, oh, I just want to get over this. When we have the supporting character here of the keeper here is a number 4. So you may see a lot of 4s, 1s, and 5s. Doesn't matter if it's tripled or it could even be 4, 1, 5. So if you start seeing these combinations everywhere, pay attention to your thoughts. What is playing within your mind frame here? Where is your thoughts leading you to? Where are your emotions how are they making you feel? So the keeper here is about maintaining. And there's just something here where I do feel, collective, we are at the threshold. And this Liberator may feel a little bit of annoyance in the pressure here, especially since we've been through that eclipse energy. So it's kind of like an aftershock of like, well, I'm ready to go. How come I feel stuck now? So we're going to see how this Liberator plays out. We're going to keep the Liberator here in the corner of the screen, and she will be here throughout the rest of the readings. I'll keep the numbers here so you can see them. Let's see what else we need to watch out for this week. Collective, less drama. Peace is underrated. Look at that frustration. Do you see all the screaming? Could be just noise in your head. This may be a week here where we feel a little bit frustrated, where we feel like we just need to take a pause, and it's like, oh my gosh, I just need to breathe. I don't want to feel it. I need more room here to pause, to reflect, to sleep, and not worry about all of this outside noise. Maybe you're screaming for less drama. Maybe some of you are going, am I the drama? Because that can happen too. All right. But this is a reminder here that less drama and peace can sometimes feel underrated. And I feel like it's because you want to get through something. Okay. I'm going to keep that right here. Let's see how you're showing up here in Tarot. Remember, no reversals here on the collective challenges and insights here. These beginning cards will affect every reversal that comes out for the zodiacs, though. Collective, how are you showing up here right now? Oh, grief. This is why this is probably feeling like you're ready to move on. So there's something here that we're processing. It's temporary. It's loss. It could be frustration. It's an ending. It never feels great. But you can find yourself irritable this week, frustrated, sad out of nowhere. It's like, where did that come from? Could even be nostalgia in some senses here too, you know, missing out. It's temporary though, okay? There's something here about your heart space that is expanding here. Sorry, I got to move these cards here because I have a vertical view too. I'll push them over as we go through. What's a challenge for us this week? The Queen of Pentacles. Well, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, if she's the challenge, this could be someone else as well. But if it's features or personality traits of you, you know, you may feel yourself being an individual here who cares too much, you know, for others and not so much for oneself, and trying to keep things at bay or peaceful, you know, and this is something here where it's like, I can't do that anymore. Now, some of you could be dealing with an individual here who's needy, clingy, wanting to consistently try to fix you. And that could be very frustrating to you. And it's going to be different for each reading. So we'll see how this Queen of Pentacles comes out, but she usually cares deeply. You know, she's an individual here who's very practical, cares about her family, her well-being, her house, her home, her investments, tries to invest wisely. But if she's a challenge, she can sometimes overgive. And there's something here that is about overgiving. All right. What are the breakthroughs here? What is the breakthrough energy here for this week? Letting go. These cards kind of go hand in hand with one another. Okay. Emotionally walking away, trusting the process that everything will work out the way it needs to. All right. And so collectively, that's what's happening right now. Is the breakthrough here is to trust that when you walk away, you gave it your all, and that there's just something about ending a timeline. Maybe you guys are, this may not even be ending like a relationship that is happening now. It could be something from the past, like a cord. Maybe you're finally breaking a contract, you know, an energetic contract here for more than just this timeline. But I think you're ready to go. I think you're ready to leave. That's what it feels like. And the breakthrough here is the trust. And there was something here that you released. And I feel like it was during that Pisces full moon, but we shall see. And it's going to play out differently for each individual sign. We're now going to work our way through the signs. We always start off with a birthday sign. Happy birthday out there to Virgo. So the order is going to be Virgo down to Leo. And we may unlock the collective bonus, and that is on its way. It's going there. So once we get 5 donations, whether it's super chats, whether it's gift memberships, whether it's jewels, however it may be, if we get 5 donations, separate ones, we'll unlock that bonus. All right, Virgo is up. Who's got Virgo in their chart? Don't be shy. Welcome back, Debbie. Happy Sunday. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Reversals are now up. Let's see how you're feeling going into the week. The Emperor. Well, you're on charge, aren't you? You're showing up as the Emperor, all 4 kings in one. This tells me that there's something here that you're taking your power back. Thank you, Debbie, for your donation. I appreciate it. But I also feel very busy. I feel like you're in charge this week. You're trying to get things done. Some of you, it could be a busy work week. Others of you, it just could be, I don't know, are you renovating? Are you doing something where you're taking ownership of? But I just feel like you're rolling up your sleeves. You mean business. Externally, let's see what's going on around you. Externally, you have the Page of Pentacles here. Interesting. Well, this Page of Pentacles, this could be someone here younger than you, or an individual here who's learning from you. Let's see the integration of this. Because I feel like someone here is trying to offer you some kind of assistance. Look at that. Page of Wands. Back to back. All right. You know, somebody wants to have a start with you. Somebody here wants to connect with you, learn from you, and others of you, if this isn't business or if this isn't a friend relationship, like a new relationship, there's someone here who's asking for you to give them a shot, give them a chance. All right. That they do want to offer something, but they also want to have your, it's not that it's like they need your approval, but they definitely want to know that you support them in this endeavor. Okay. Now, if this is romantic, you may have an individual here where you had a false start with, Virgo, that is really contemplating here having a new start with you. But this could be really hard for you. And we're going to see your response to this. But this could be really hard for you because this person here has tried this before and it wasn't so successful. Your response? 5 of Cups. Yeah. So this is someone here. I'm not saying you're going to feel guilty or shameful in any sense, but there's disappointment here that an individual didn't come sooner. All right. Why didn't you come sooner? Why didn't you tell me sooner? Some of you could have helped them in a much better state. If this is something here where it's a child coming towards you, doesn't matter if they're adult, there's a younger energy here of an individual trying to ask for an opportunity here to learn or for you to support them. But others of you, if this is romance, or maybe someone coming in here with a puppy eyes, you know, and there's could be some disappointment here where it's like, you didn't see me at my worst. You know, you're not really focused on what this connection could be now. You're still focused on, you didn't see me at my worst. You left me. Some of you are focused on that. You left me. High and dry. Greater opportunity with this individual coming towards you now. Look at that. King of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius here. You know what? This person shouldn't have to need your permission or validation in order to step up. Again, they're making a page move, and the bigger opportunity here is for them to come up here as the King of Wands, right? You know, and this is the opportunity that this individual is kind of missing out on. And so for you, you are willing to give this individual a shot multitudes of times. And there's a greater opportunity that an individual can scale a bigger wall here and approach this differently. But it's going to be hard for this individual to do if they approach it kind of in a softer sense with you. And so this is what's happening. It's kind of like a greater opportunity to watch that someone hasn't really grown. Greater gain for you. Look at that. The sun here reversed. It's almost like this shattering disappointment that I really felt like this person here was going to get their shit together, and my expectations just got annihilated here. Leo energy. Okay. It's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to grow anywhere. This is a grain. I think it's a choice for you to do something differently, choose differently, because I think for a lot of you, the challenge is that someone here always needed you. It feels almost like you enabled a situation. Now, if this is work related, like I had said, and this is a person here who is consistently trying to get your approval, it's almost like they're never going to learn. You know, they're just never. You kind of have to do your own thing. Yeah. This could be a hard conversation, but I feel like the conversation is going to come up. Spirit's encouraging you to speak your truth. To speak your truth, period. And the truth here, as cutting as it can be, is also going to give you a lot of clarity here of what you actually used to accept in the past for some of you, okay? Yeah, and I don't feel like some of you feel like you need to pause or reflect, but you've sacrificed enough. You have sacrificed enough. This is a lot of swords. Could be dealing with a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. But I feel like you've held back a lot. And I think that the more honest and authentic that you can be, but also be truthful sometimes can come off as harsh. And Spirit is saying, listen, you don't have to be so harsh with this individual. You can just, you don't have to say a lot. You can just speak the truth and allow the emotions not to override. All right. Simply state what it is to lead or to move forward. And others of you, it's not necessarily to consistently trying to teach another individual how to do this to play this part, because I don't think this person here is really getting it in there in that sense. All right, the final message here for you, Virgo, is this, and this is from Auntie. Auntie says, Virgo, not everything needs another round. Watch the urge to perfect what's already good when your energy could be better spent elsewhere. Ooh, your affirmation this week is this: I trust what I have already built. I trust what I have already built. All right. That's what I have here for you, Virgo. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side of Harmonia Friends community and membership. We're going to move on to Libra next. Libra is up. You agree with Auntie? Yeah. Welcome, Mizzy V. I had to stop a little bit to say your name because we have a Mitzi here who's my moderator. So it's very close. Libra is going to be up next. How's everyone's weekend? Y'all have a good day yesterday? Quiet. Quiet weekends are nice. Oh, you know what? I don't think I commented on well, I'm sure you're doing it, but I don't think I commented on here. Sorry, I don't know if I had Nightbot start or not. All right, Libra is up next. Let's get the Libra banner. Who's got Libra in the chart? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Libra is up. Libra, you are at. Okay. Libra. Reversals are now up. Let's see how you're feeling going into this week. Ooh, agitated, annoyed, a little impatient, a little irritable this week. Sagittarius energy. It almost feels like, is there something here that you're annoyed another person, or you're just irritable about a connection of some sort? You're having a hard time letting this go. Let's see the external reason why. Oh, the Four of Wands. Well, this is a connection. Now, some of you, this does not have to be romantic. It could be friendship. It could be work. It could just be an inner alignment here. Maybe you're on the self-love journey. A lot of people see the Four of Wands as like the twin flame journey, but the twin flame journey is an independent journey here of self-alignment. Two souls that are aligned because they've done the work, right? But there's something here externally that feels off in a connection, in a community, in an environment. It's not fun for you anymore. You feel very drained. Integration of why here. Oh, Queen of Swords. Like this just, that's you. You know, I'm going to say if this is coming off, you might be dealing with the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We said the challenge here was the Queen of Pentacles. I'm going to say this is the person here that is kind of annoying you right now. This is an individual here that may come off as very surfaced, could look great, play the part, It could even be a boss, could be a mother, could be a leader, but there's some arrogance with this individual. They don't really care the way that you care. And so there's just something here that makes you very irritable, annoyed. It's like, how can they not see that? So, kind of moody. Libra's kind of moody. Your response to this individual? Yeah, there might be some harsh arguments here, or things that you're annoyed by this person's actions, or maybe what they don't say, maybe what they leave out. Libra, maybe they don't appreciate you. Maybe you're at a job that doesn't appreciate you. Maybe you're in a relationship that doesn't appreciate you, whether it's a friendship, whether it's family, whether it's love. Maybe you just feel underappreciated. But there's also, look at all of these swords. We have the 3 of Swords showing up here. There's that liberator I'm feeling. This is a liberator who says, I've had enough. I'm done. I've hit my breaking point. Libras hit their breaking point this week, is very frustrated, and is trying to keep their peace, but it's really hard to do so right now. Greater opportunity here. 4 of Cups here reverse. See, this is not something to ignore anymore. Okay. You're now looking at this, not in a romanticized way, not with rose-colored glasses on. Libra is now looking at the disappointment of how this makes them feel, dealing with an individual that doesn't appreciate them. And this week, they're looking at the opportunity that they possibly could have missed by entertaining this or being in this person's energy 24/7 or thinking about them, whatever it is. And this is a greater opportunity here not to miss the bigger opportunity. And some of you, it's this. You know, and know it's time to emotionally leave this. It's just feeling, ugh, you know, heavy. Doesn't feel good to you anymore. Something's got to change. Something's got to change. Because the Queen of Cups here, which is interesting because I always said, my theory is that the Queen of Swords used to be the Queen of Cups, but when she got heartbroken, she detached from her emotions, right? The greater gain here is a better understanding of your emotions, your irritability, where your mind is, how you overthink when it comes to this specific person, and realizing that your boundaries here of entertaining it has been on your part too. So there's some emotions that are not processed here that may come out this week. Could come off in bitterness, could come off as resentment, could just be blowing off steam, venting. But the greater gain here is of not missing out anymore. You know, identifying what feels uncomfortable, sit with the emotions, allow it to pass. Because I do feel like there's going to be some shifts here of equality here for you. It feels very imbalanced, and I think that you're now realizing there needs to be some balance here this week. Yeah. King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. And I feel like for a lot of you, we have a lot of court cards here, but I really want to feel like this person here drains your success, drains your energy. You know, you're feeling less inspired, unmotivated, just very lethargic. And this is something here where you're being asked here to take your power back, to be confident. Because I feel like this person talks down on you. Yeah, look at this. This is what you're missing out on. A connection that feels good. These two are a powerhouse. And something tells me you are missing out on a powerhouse scenario. Whether this is inner alignment, you know, taking some actions here, cleaning house, you know, taking accountability on what you're doing, what you're choosing to stay in, what you're not addressing, what you're not cleaning up on, you know, whether this is your mental, your physical, it's just your health all in general, you know, you're showing up differently. with that masculine and feminine energy. But others of you, you're realizing you're missing out on the opportunity of a really amazing opportunity to be with someone here who could be your powerhouse, to be with you, right? Who gets you. All right, your final message here, Libra, from Auntie is this. Keeping the peace isn't very peaceful when you're the one doing all the bending, Libra. Ooh. Pay attention to where compromise has quietly become over accommodation this week. Your affirmation, Libra. My needs deserve equal consideration. And I do believe this person is not very considerate of your needs. All right. That's what I got here for you, Libra. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side in the membership area and inside the vaults. We're going to move on to Scorpio next. Scorpio will be up. Guys, don't forget we got a goal going on. We had Debbie. I'm sorry if I didn't say thank you, but we had Debbie and Mitzi start us off here. So we are now three away from unlocking the collective bonus here. Scorpio is up. And I just lost the... There we go. I'm like, where did the banner go? Scorpio. How you feeling going into this week? Oh, man, this is, for some of us, it's just a tough energy, isn't it? Okay. You're getting out of it. Some of you have been put on hold, have you not been feeling well? Or have some of you been recovering? Has your health been crap? But I just feel this energy of getting out of something here that you'll never forget. You'll never forget. Okay, let's see the external reason for this. Did you get played? You know, it's something here. I think the whole part of never forgetting, because I see a lot of swords here and they make me subtract here. There was some kind of news that came out, whether it was a secret that got exposed. This is in the past. This exposure really threw you for a loop. You did not imagine or fathom hearing this news, but I feel like the news that you heard from was ultimate betrayal of another. Interesting, because Star, you just said I meant to text. I feel like someone here meant to text another individual and texted Scorpio some kind of truth. All right. It's like you got some kind of message that wasn't supposed to go to you, but you found out. You found out somehow. Whether it was through an email that wasn't meant, a text that wasn't meant, or it was just someone here who slipped. But externally, this is also a person here who is running from you. You know, not taking responsibility. Could have ghosted you. And this week, it's almost like you're coming out of the woodworks of like, I'm alive. You know, you open the door and you're like, oh, there's Scorpio. Haven't seen Scorpio in quite some time. And you're being very vulnerable and authentic. Aquarius energy. You know, some of you have been on the down low from individuals because of this individual. It hurt you so badly that it kept you from really wanting to hang out with anybody. And some of you, all you did was just go to work and come home. But even that was difficult to do. And this week, I feel like you're ready to not necessarily say, hey, this is what happened to me, but you're open more to if people respond to you to say what happened. Your response here, yeah, I was going through massive grief. This left a scar on me. I did not anticipate this. I also feel like Scorpio, an immense amount of responsibilities fell onto you because of this person's quick exit, however this exit may be. Now, some of you, this exit could have been blaming you. Some of you, this could have been a job loss. Some of you, this could have been a relationship loss. But whatever it is, you're recovering from it. You're getting out of it. You're a little bit foggy. But, I'm not saying you're wearing a badge of honor here, but you've been through it. You have. Okay. And I just feel like you're realizing that, yeah, that happened to me. It sucked. But it also made me step back and educate myself that sometimes, and I feel like this is what happened to you. You had a lot of drama here, right? This outside noise. But I also feel that you may have overlooked something or did not think it was going to be a big deal. And this week here, there's a greater opportunity to reflect this and say, it was a big deal, but I also had signs of this earlier, but I didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to believe someone would do this. Yeah. And I do believe that there's a connection here, whether this is a friend, a family member. I do believe there's going to be a heart to heart. It's kind of like, this is what I went through, but I don't necessarily need to be dissecting this to the point of me not getting up anymore. I think you're almost at this energy of like, I don't want to have a pity party about it. That's why I needed to recover. This week, I see you actually getting out, connecting with individuals, whether it's a loved one, whether it's, you taking yourself out on the date for yourself. I just feel like you're getting out, putting yourself out more. Advice for you. The Hermit. The Hermit's always seeking clarity. And there's something about giving yourself a hard time with how long it's taken you to reflect on something. And you may be still questioning why, but also there's something about you going on the journey still. And you're realizing you can't stop life because of what happened in the situation, that, you don't want to miss out on your own endeavors. You don't. So this is you taking accountability this week. Yeah. Is some hard conversations going to come up? Are you going to be fully ready to understand every reason of why that betrayal happened? No. But I also see you taking charge. I also see some of you are going to be, if this was a job loss, it's like, whether it starts you off in entrepreneurship or there's a new job that is way more lined up for you, you're going to find yourself in an up level versus the adverse, So everything does happen for a reason, but this week I feel like you're still processing that. Your final message here is from Auntie, and Auntie says, you don't have to investigate to every feeling like it's evidence to a murder trial, Scorpio. Eclipse season can stir things up, especially when it comes to the past. Observe before giving it meaning. Your affirmation is this: I allow clarity to come in its own time. This is not about processing this and figuring out the answers of why all of this happened to you. This is about you putting yourself back out there and being vulnerable and talking to someone here that you trust. All right. That's what I got here for you, Scorpio. Sending you so much love if you resonated with that. We're going to move on to Sagittarius next. Sagittarius is up. Is Papa here? There he is. He on the road again? You love the auntie messages. I love how they're always going to fit in because I don't know. Because I write them and then I say, play them in and put them into which sign you think that's best for. And then it just kind of works out. He was tired. Sagittarius, you will be up next. Saggy, Sun, Moon, Rising, and whoa, we're not going to take those cards. That was me slipping. Rising and Venus. Here we go. Reversals are now up. How are you showing up here for this week? Oh, you feeling a little bit down on your luck? There's something here that you're not willing to step into. All right. See the external reason why. Oh, who is this? Who is this King of Cups? Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You don't trust somebody. Sagittarius, this week, you are not buying it. You're not buying this person here who says that they're ready to listen, that they want to have a talk, that they're compassionate. There's something here that feels off to you. It does. It feels off to you. Integration here. Look at this. Okay, so this is someone here. Some of you could have been in a long-term commitment with. Others of you, this could be a family member. This could also be, you know, obviously it could be someone here that you had a family with. Could be a friend, could be a boss, could work together. But you are definitely seeing a different side of an individual that you don't trust. You care a lot, you care deeply, but let's pay attention that you're the skull and the other individual here has got flesh here. All right. There's something that is more vulnerable to you, but to you, this is dead, deader than dead. You don't trust this individual. And why are they acting emotionally available now? Your response? Yeah, you think this person is full of crap. You just do. Okay. Like, no. Some of you that someone is trying to apologize to you. There's just something where it feels or push work onto you or say, hey, I'm sorry, but can you cover this for me? And this is just something where it's like, why does this always happen in the worst time possible when you show up when I got a lot on my plate? And this is something here where I feel like you're trying to get something done. And this individual is like, well, I'm not done yet. So some of you, it's like, well, I'm sorry you're not done yet, but I'm not done doing what I have to do. I'm not going to drop everything here for you to have a conversation. Greater opportunity here. Ooh. Now, some of you, this is hard because it's family or it's a loved one, you know, or this is a job where it's like, I have to take the time to listen, but at the same time, I'm getting more responsibilities on my plate and it's going to make me infuriated. Okay. You have a completely different belief system than this individual. Taurus energy is heavy now, but this individual, I feel like the greater opportunity here, I feel that you're a little bit irritable, impatient, wanting this person to go away, trying to keep your business, trying to remain separated, asking why now. But there is something here that's of value to you. And it's something that this individual is presenting. And let's see what that greater gain is. Don't be so rushy to completely block this individual. Something that they say gives you enough evidence moving forward to not throw this back into their face, but to have the facts. Okay. So you may feel very irritable that this person is coming up, but they're going to give you a truth that is going to allow you to keep a receipt. That's going to be the most important thing here. All right. So it's not going to be, and it's because of this person here who's being very vulnerable and realizes that they may have slipped. Advice here for you, Page of Wands, okay? Now, some of you, this is going to be an out here to say, well, now I know I have better boundaries. Some of you are like, this is why I'm looking for a new job, or, this is why I left this relationship because I'm looking for somebody here who's not going to be hiding that vulnerability. Page of Wands is usually a go-getter, being optimistic, going for a chance here. But here's the thing. Why does this person make you feel like you're walking on eggshells 24/7? They try to make you doubt. It's almost like this person here tries to knock you down and make you feel less than. And so that's the part here where you may feel stuck, all right? Like you'll never be able to move on, or you'll never find someone like me, or just give me a shot, or there's just something here making you feel less than. But don't let this person here make you feel insecure. Take your power back in that level. Sagittarius, your auntie message is this: a little resistance isn't the universe compensating your passport. So I feel like you might feel like this is bad luck, bad timing, but Spirit's like, no, you're getting your receipt this week. Watch the temptation to abandon something just because progress isn't immediate. Your affirmation: I can be patient without losing momentum. Okay. There's something here where you're going to want to run and get the hell out of this, but just take the moment here to reflect, get the receipt that you need, and then make your moves later. All right. That's what I got here for you, Sagittarius. If that resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. And don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side of Harmonia Friends community, inside the vault and YouTube membership. We're going to move on to Cappies. Thank you, Debbie, for the donation, and Unique. We are now one away from unlocking the collective bonus. Hey there, JM. All right, Capricorn. Here we go. Let's see how your week's going to go. I'm going to timestamp this. Here we go. Capricorn, how you feeling going into this week? Ooh. 5 of Swords here reversed. Well, you also had the Liberator. Don't forget, that's a number 5 here too. Your numbers was a 5. There is a pattern that is breaking here for you, Capricorn. Maybe this could be, welcome back, angels. We're going to see externally why this is, but I feel like this is an internal battle. You're conflicted. See, you go back and forth with an individual. Could be this Queen of Pentacles because it's a challenge card. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. So you could be dealing with another earth sign. But someone here, the reciprocity is not equal. And it is not an equal give and take. And there are times here where you find that you may mirror this individual too. It's like, well, if they hold back, I'm going to hold back. If they don't give some, I'm not going to give some, right? It's like you mirror back what doesn't feel really good to you either, because you are usually an individual here who's very fair. You understand that not everybody can be perfect. And sometimes you have to give a little bit more, okay? But you also tend to get breadcrumbed. Yeah. And you may be dealing with an individual here who's wanting forgiveness, who's wanting a second shot with you, who's trying to say, I'm changing, give me time, or, like I feel that it's just this inner conflict of like, I have a love-hate relationship with this person, but at the same time, I want to think the best of them because when they come back, they really come back. Aquarius energy, right? Really, they're very vulnerable. They tell me what went on while they were away, or how much time they need to process. And then it seems, you're a little bit afraid to take it in. And there's something here that feels like taking it in this week. It's like I have to stop this pattern. How you're responding? Yeah, it's got to be me. I'm the one who's consistently entertaining this. I'm the one who can get through it. And yeah, I'm seeing the validation, but I'm asking someone here to validate how much I can give. I got to validate me. And so I feel like this is a week here where you're starting to look in the mirror. Greater opportunity here for you. Yeah. Make a different choice. Just because this individual here is sorry, apologetic, is caring and loving and wants to come back or be there for you, doesn't necessarily mean that they're the right fit for you. Gemini energy, but I feel like the choice here is to choose differently. Choose for oneself. I think you have a really hard time letting somebody go because you feel this really strong pull with them. Greater gain here for you is your sovereignty. Okay. I feel like you're choosing yourself this week. Look at how it just all this color is like, I can see myself. And some of you are like, I can see myself in them. And that's why it's so hard. But, it's only gotten so far where this is going to cause you grief. But I feel like this relationship has expired. Now, some of you, this is a job. Some of you, this is a place here. Maybe you started off here and you're like, I've been here for like 10 years or something. And it's not changed. I've outgrown it. Advice for you. Four Cups. Ooh. That's a disappointment. That's that mediocre of like, oh my gosh. I'm sad about it. But the universe is like, yeah, here's your cup. You've been focused on this a lot. The disappointments, the assumptions that things were going to get better one day. But now I feel like it's the one day or the 1 week. Yeah. This is a week here where you're putting some reciprocity here. You're making it official. You're doing something for you. You're not saying down the road maybe this person will change, or down the road this job's going to be. There's something here where it's like I know I can do better, and I know that something's better is set for me, and it's okay that if my plans change a little bit. And I see you doing that. Capricorn, your final message here from Monty is this: changing the plan does not require submitting a formal apology to the original plan. Capricorn, adjust what isn't working and carry on. Your affirmation: I adapt without abandoning my goals. I adapt without abandoning my goals. This is about your goals now. All right. That's what I have here for you. If that resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side. Aquarius is up. Welcome. Is it S Guy on Twitch? These are not personal readings. These are general collective readings. So check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Ishi. Okay. I totally messed that up. I am so sorry. But yeah, check your placements and just listen to the stories. This is the weekly energy. No, we're going in order from Virgo. So we're going We're not that far from there. So no, we have not done Gemini yet. Couple more signs before we get to Gemini. But check your other placements too, if you know them. And if you don't, go to like Astro Cafe. It will show them up. You just need to know your birth date and stuff like that. The time you were born, all that, yada, yada. All right, Aquarius. And guys, we did, Mitzi, thank you so much for the jewels. We did unlock the collective bonus. So good job, guys. We unlocked it. We unlocked it. Okay, Aquarius now. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. How you feeling going into this week? Reversals are now up. 8 of Swords. 8, 9, 10. You're worried. You're worried about... Is this self-betrayal or are you worried about rejection? What is this about? Externally? Ooh. Look at this. Libra energy. This is wanting justice. You know, I almost feel like you're waiting for some kind of news that is outside of course, of you, whether it's from another individual, whether it's a place, whether it's a loan, a contract, whatever it is. It's some kind of news and anticipating the rejection. And you're very worried about the rejection of this. Integration. Ooh, 10 of Cups. Okay, this is good. This is good. Because you're also realizing, I can't keep worrying about this. I can't keep doing this. Because the more I spend waiting for some news or waiting for my justice to happen, I'm not really enjoying life. And so I actually see you kind of doing a like, forget about it. I need a mental health day, or I need to be with my friends. I need to go out. But some of you are very nervous about a union. Some of you, it could be a reunion or being with the right people, right community. You know, will I ever fit in? But I do see you going, screw it, I need a break. I need a break. Your response to this, I need a break. There it is, the 4 of Swords. I need to rest my mind. I need to stop focusing on things that are outside of my control. I can future trip all day and go, what if, what if, what if, what if, what if? But what is that doing for me? Not much of anything, just creating more worry. Some of you, this is making you sick to your stomach. You know? So I feel like you are going to put yourself in the energy of individuals that light you up. You know? Whoever that is, whoever those people are. Some of you, it's your fur babies. That's fine. But I see you being in the energy presently of individuals that you trust and make you happy. Greater opportunity for you is to stop watching this. Stop assuming there's going to be a rejection here too. Live life. You know, energize yourself. Aquarius tend to be overthinkers. Greater gain. Look at that. Page of Cups. Here I am. Why not? Accept the invite. Go on the date. Hang out with a friend. Go to the movies. Do something for you this week. Enjoy it. Stop worrying about if something's going to happen or what's this. And some of you, you know, you're so fearful of rejection, even if, like, let's say this is new love, you're not really just getting to know an individual because you're expecting the worst case scenario happening. But for a lot of you, this is about things that you don't have in control in yet. And so this week, I just feel like I got to stop doing this. I'm wearing myself to death. Advice here for you. It's time for you to showcase who you are, putting yourself out there. Now, I'm not saying put yourself on a high pedestal here and, watch people coming in to cheer on you, but this is self-validation for you, okay? You've been through worst case scenarios and you got through. And this is your higher self reminding you of that. Worst case scenario, you've been through it before. You have been through this. So why worry about loss and rejection when right now you got this, which is very fulfilling happiness, okay? It's a fear of rejection or fear of losing it before even enjoying it. Aquarius, Auntie says, you don't have to solve every problem simply because you can't see the solution. Watch where you're spending your energy that nobody actually asked you to spend. And I feel like it's on this anxiety of the future for you. Your affirmation, I choose where my energy belongs this week. I choose where my energy belongs. Do you want to worry? And I'm not saying escape it, but just look for the appreciation and gratitude of what's around you, because you do have a lot of beautiful things around you. All right. That's what I got here for you, Aquarius. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side. We're going to move over to Pisces next. Pisces is up. Yeah. The avoiding thing can be a big thing too. It's a distraction, right? Especially shopping. I know that's where I tend to go. It's like nothing makes better than, retail therapy. And I'm like, did I really need that? So I get it. Pisces, you are up next. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus will be up next. We still have Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and we will have an unlocked bonus here, guys, as well. So don't go anywhere. Okay. Pisces, here we go. Reversals are now up. Pisces, how you feeling going into this week? Oh, are you not feeling well? This is usually someone here. I mean, this feels like, Three of Swords never feels well, but I feel that there's something here that you're not feeling stable this week. Maybe you're not feeling good. Maybe you're feeling like don't forget. I don't know why I felt like I needed to say this, but don't forget to eat, because I feel like I'm talking to a Pisces here who has a tendency to work really, really hard and then forget to eat. And then they feel like crap. So be careful with that. See the external reason why for this. Oh, so you're amongst a toxic environment. You're amongst a toxic environment. Okay. Now this could be work related for some of you. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, but this is draining you. It's draining your energy. It's like you can't make anybody happy. And it's not just you. It's a lot of people around you who are not happy. Everybody's energy is off because of this individual. Integration of this. Yeah, you are overworked. You need a vacation. Some of you are dealing with an individual who just assumes you're going to be picking up the pieces for everything if this is not work related. But some of you, this is really heavily work. Okay. You got some miserable people here working around you. Okay. And it's from another individual who just assumes. There's no appreciation here. Some of you like, no, you need to leave this. It's just not feeling good to you anymore. Emotionally, you're checked out. You may be working, but emotionally you're checked out. But some of you, you're in a relationship where you're doing all the work. Could be family, could be children, could be chores, could be house. You may even have your own job and you're still doing all the work. But this Pisces is like, oh my God, this is. Your response to this? Oh my gosh. I saw a vision of like a mother going inside a pantry and just hiding there from her children. Just like going dark. Your response here is going quiet. Going quiet. Taking my sip now. Thank you. I need a glass of water for your service. Pisces energy here. The moon. Oh. You know, you're keeping to yourself. You're listening. You hear a lot of noise. You do. You hear a lot of noise. But you also know that this is affecting your energy and that you need some room here for oneself. And so there are some fears here that this is going to be extending longer than you want it to. Greater opportunity here for you. Ooh, soul searching. Taking a pause, doing some self-reflection, not necessarily trying to resolve everyone's situations, problems. You know, if you can't take care of yourself this week, Pisces, and there are a lot of individuals who rely on you, then how can you help these individuals? And so I feel for you, you are doing some really heavy thinking here of, okay, how can I create space for myself? What needs to be changed here? Greater gain. Oof. You are taking back your power this week. Okay. Whether it is saying something's got to change and I got to be the one that changes it. Okay. You have an idea. You're inspired. But the inspiration here comes with, this is getting too heavy. I got to make some changes in my life. I got to realize that this is not allowing me the freedom to really do what I want to do. And there's just this desire here to have passion back in your life. And I feel that you're processing this week. That's really what it is. Okay. But it could be because you're burnt out. You're taking a break. Less drama. Peace is underrated. Well, some of you is like, I can be asking for peace all day long and I'll still never get peace. So I got to make a big move. Now, some of you, this darkness is, I'm taking a Ferris Bueller day. I'm playing hooky, maybe you're taking a day off, going dark. Going dark. Look at this. Seven of Swords, just going dark. Okay. Staying in your lane, staying away from all the drama. You're like, Jesus, I can't put myself in that again. I can't put myself in that again. These are all repetitive cards here. You got the moon twice. Okay. There's insecurities coming out here, but I also feel like you're trusting your intuition. You're remaining quiet right now. You're processing some deep emotions and some fears about leaving. But you also know you're trusting that it's time. Something here needs to change. And it's the actions of how you play this part with this individual. Okay. Whoever this individual is. Your final message here, Pisces, is this. Auntie says, you're still coming out of the eclipse, Pisces. You don't have to understand every damn thing it's stirred up by Tuesday. Give yourself room to process. Your affirmation. I give myself time to understand what I feel and just really pay attention to those feelings because it's telling you something. It's showing you something here. It's helping you break a pattern, but you just can't just hang in there. This is a little bit longer because it's just not going to be completely broken this week. All right. Try to find the things that light you up. All right. That's what I got here for you, Pisces. If that resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. We're going to move on to Aries next. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Oh, I almost dropped all the cards. It must slip right out. You're welcome, Angel Eyes. Guys, don't forget, we do have an unlocked bonus, so don't go anywhere. If your sign's up, don't worry, because there's an unlocked bonus here too. We just haven't gotten to it yet. All right. Need to timestamp this. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Here we go. How you feeling going into this week? Reversals are now up. You're on the watch. You got another 3. You got 2 3s here now. You have the 3 of Wands. Let's see what you're watching out for externally. A missed opportunity. There's an opportunity here. You feel it. It's close. You're sticking to this, but you also are grieving a little bit here too, because you're like, am I just daydreaming? Is this real? You remember in the astrology news, it said with some of the planet shifts that we were having this week, it's like, just because something doesn't happen this week doesn't mean it's not happening. But there is something here that you wish and desire that would just pop up and show up. And this week here feels like, Aries, that, well, we'll see the integration of it. Is that you want like, this will make you feel better. Like, you'll feel complete. You'll feel whole. Like, this was your wishful thinking. All right. But the actions here is, I'm sticking to this. I'm going to stick to this. I'm open to receive this. Is it showing up this week? But you're starting to feel the pressure of it going, I don't think it's going to happen at all. How you're responding here is the 5 of Pentacles. Feel a little bit lonely, feel a little bit rejected. Some of you are sick and tired. Could be sick. But I want to say you're sick of waiting. Hey, Hazel. Welcome. These are collective readings. Check your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We are on Aries next, or Aries now. This feels like your response to this is, I feel lonely. I feel like I'm the only one who cares. Maybe your wish is for a return of an individual or someone here to give you an answer, an apology, understanding. There's an expectation here that's not being met right now. Greater gain here. This is for you to take your power back. This is a greater gain here to say you're a big deal. I like this because she's kind of holding 2 wands. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're conflicted here about, am I worthy of this? Maybe I don't deserve this. Some of you are going, maybe I'm being punished. No. This is Spirit saying, you are worthy. It's time to be validated and inspired by you. What is motivating you? What is making you happy? How are you spending your time and energy? Because the greater gain here is, even though it's not here yet, maybe you're not ready to receive it yet because you can't see what's being done behind the scenes. How can you add that relief into your life now and bring it back presently? Because a lot of you feel like if you can't, you just need to know so that you can move on, so you can get this. It's like, I'm waiting. And it's like, well, what are you doing with your time? Is it just waiting? Some of you, this would be the time frame of this not being here to work on oneself, whether it's your health, whether it is changing some habits about oneself, whether it is your creativity. Maybe you're a very creative individual. I mean, you're Aries. You're a go-getter. You're a way shower. Maybe there's a bigger opportunity here. Yeah. The Hierophant. The Hierophant is it's a counseling card. Taurus energy. You know, it's usually one here of commitment, of beliefs and cultural things of what drives you, right? It's kind of teacher-student role. But there's something here where Spirit's encouraging you to lead the way. Lead by example. It almost feels like you know what it reminds me of? Field of Dreams. You're building something right here, and you're like, is it going to come? And Spirit's like, enjoy what you built. Believe. Just because it's not here yet doesn't mean it's not going to arrive. And it may not arrive in the package that you anticipate it to be. So let go of it being a specific person or a specific way. Aries, Auntie's message is this. Just because the door isn't opening doesn't mean you need to shoulder check it, Aries. Watch the urge to push harder when changing your approach might be to work better. Your affirmation, I know when to push and I know when to pivot. Who likes to pivot? Where are my pivot friends here? All right. Taurus is up. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Guys, don't forget that we do have the unlocked bonus. We're not quite there yet. We started with Virgo and we're working our way down to Leo, but after Leo, we will have the unlocked bonus. So stay tuned. So if you listen to all your placements, just chill, relax, or come back in a little bit. All right, where are my bulls at? Taurus, reversals are now up. Let's see how your week's going. How are you showing up? How you feeling? Oh, a little imbalanced. Has to do with this grief. Libra energy. All right, let's see the external reason why you're grieving. Oh, well, this is self-doubt too. This is inner conflict. This is an inner conflict. What's the integration of this? Oh, afraid to let go. You know, there's something that you're holding on to incredibly tightly. And it's like you're saving every penny for a rainy day. But I feel like the rainy day is now. And there's something that you know that you need to invest in that's going to bring more balance into your life. However that may be. It's like almost like you got to spend some to gain some. But your response to this is, oh gosh, that's too much. I can't do that. Some of you are afraid to go back to school. Some of you are afraid to get some kind of certification. Some of you are afraid to spend a little money here to better yourself for a position. Some of you, this is a relationship that you know is not really served you anymore, but you have a hard time letting go of it because of what happened to you. And I'm not saying what happened to you wasn't ugly. I feel like you were forced to leave it, but at the same time, it shaped you. It shaped you from not taking opportunities because you're holding on to the grief. You're holding on to the rejection. All right. Greater opportunity here for you. I feel like there's something old here that needs to go. Or like it's either an old way, an old relationship, or something that like you're on borrowed time with. It's not, you're not growing anywhere. It's not going I just want to say, not only is it growing anywhere, it's not going anywhere. Some of you are in a dead end relationship, where it's like you're wondering if it's ever going to change. Some of you have been friend zoned. Others of you, it's something where you're afraid to put yourself out there in a different way because of failures, so you don't try again. But there's a greater opportunity to face this. What's the greater gain here for you this week? Oh, I like this. Forgiveness, surrender, healing. The tower is over. Accept the loss, but also accept the beginning. Be vulnerable. This kind of reminds me of temperance energy here too, okay? Be patient with oneself. You know, there's just something here that you've been overprotecting, and I want to say it's your heart. But I feel like the greater gain here is that you got a really big heart. You know, you're meant to share that, not just with oneself, but with others. Maybe this has kept you from sharing. Maybe this has kept you from growing. Maybe this has kept you from connecting. Advice here for you. Woo! An ending, but also a rebirth. Scorpio energy. You're cutting ties. You're cutting ties. But it feels like freedom. And it may feel like I'm not going to keep myself from not having this new start. No, I in fact can give that cut back to me. It's a self-love. I'm doing it for the love of it. I'm investing into something this week here for the love of it. I'm being very compassionate, loving. And I just feel like if there's any bitterness or resentment, that's kind of fading out. You're doing something here for you. Taurus, your final message here from Auntie is this. Taurus, comfortable and sustainable aren't always the same thing. Before digging your heels in, make sure you're protecting something worth keeping. Can't make that up. Affirmation. I create stability that supports my growth, and something here does not support you anymore. If you want to have open arms here, you emotionally have to be ready to let go. All right, that's what I got here for you, Taurus. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side. And we're up on Gemini is up next. We have Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and then we have the unlocked bonus. So don't go anywhere. Your sign may come back up again. Gemini. Let's see how your week is going. All right, here we go, Gems. Gemini, how you feeling going into this week? Reversals are now up. Oh, on the go. You're ready to move. Move on. You're ready to leave. Emotionally, you're done. You're like, I'm done. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready, whatever I have to face. Okay. Cancer energy here. You may have Cancer in your chart, but there's a move that's coming up for you. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean a relocation. It's something emotionally that you're just like, you're over. You're done with. You're fed up with. It's not, you don't feel comfortable in anymore. And this week here, I feel like you're stepping into new terrain. Now, externally around you, you got some people here who don't like that. All right. But you've had enough. This doesn't feel healthy anymore. If it was upright, I'd say, hey, this is healthy competition. But there's a lot of jealousy. There's a lot of there's not a lot of support here with this person. Could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This could be an unruly boss. This could be just an unruly family member, friend, lover, whatever it is. It's like there's no resolution with this fighting. There's no resolution. And so for you, it's like there's no point of this endless battle. Integration here, yeah. We're not can we agree to disagree? I feel like Gemini, you're gonna be like, let's agree to disagree. You're not happy with me. I'm not happy with you. We're not happy in this location. Whether this is family, whether this is work, whether this is a relationship here, whether it involves kids, whatever it is, it doesn't feel very loving and sincere anymore. It feels toxic. And so I feel you're just emotionally checked out. Yeah. You know, I don't want to be putting in all of the efforts to try. I don't have it in me anymore to fight for this. I'm out of ideas. I just feel like there's just something here where you feel like you're wasting your time. And some of you, you're wasting your breath with an individual here who's arguing with you so much that they're never going to hear you because they can't. They're in a completely different vibration. And some of you, this is devastating because you love this person or you love the place that you're at, you know? Greater opportunity. I think you go back and forth of how to address this, how to leave this. And the truth is there's never really a good time. But this in-between zone of I can make it work is done. You feel this at this point, this is done. And so there's a greater opportunity to see how unbalanced and how much this relationship or this job or this family member is keeping you from feeling supported and loved and working with you. Because in tandem, they're working against you. And so I just feel very unsupported or unappreciated with an individual. Greater gain for you this week is all about reciprocity. And also, you don't have to do this on your on your own. Maybe there's something here where, I don't know, I just said home by mistake, so something might be happening at home. But maybe there's something here where you need some help, you need some assistance, and do something here that we're asking for a break, But this is you asking for help. And I don't feel like it's help from this individual. I don't. Okay. I just feel like you need some recovery time. And, you might be talking this through with a family member or friend that you trust. Advice here for you, Gemini. Woo! There's going to be a lot of back and forth with this individual that's going to seem like nonsense to you. But I feel like you're trying to separate yourself, make some bigger moves, and take a different opportunity. And some of you, you are getting assistance. This is not something here where I feel like it's a loan. I feel like some of you, this is a gift. Some of you, this is some financial assistance you're going to be gaining. Others of you, this is what you're going towards, but I feel like this is a quick move to realize that this relationship isn't bringing stability and you're actually hurting one another at this point. Your final message is this, Gemini. Auntie says, Gemini, you don't need 17 backup plans for the backup plan. Give one idea enough attention to find out whether it actually works. And I feel like that's the wishy-washiness of that Two of Pentacles. Your affirmation this week is, I focus my energy where it matters the most. Okay. And I feel like the attention here is to make a big move for you, and not worry about another individual. All right. That's what I got here for you, Gemini. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side. And we're going to move on to Cancer. Hey, Jenny, welcome back. These are collective readings only. If you're ever looking for Jenny, when I'm on, I rarely have the private one-on-one readings like they typically do on Twitch. I'll have members nights, maybe monthly, but I usually plan them out ahead of time. But private readings, you can find all of that on my website. You most certainly can check out, listen to the collective readings though. But yeah, most of the private readings I do offline, not here in public. That's why you don't see them on the replays or anything like that. Because even when I go live with them, they're taken down. Because they're personal readings, you know. I respect people's privacy. Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Here we go, Cancer. How you feeling going into this week? All right. What's this about? I mean, you're showing up as a Page of Cups. So there's something here that you're like, oh, this is nice. What am I going to do with this? Externally, why do I feel uncomfortable with this cup, though? Oh, yeah, you feel a little uncomfortable with this cup. There's something about your past. I don't think this is a past person coming back. So let's just keep that. There's something emotionally investing that you're getting this week. But your first reaction is, do I accept it? Red flags. Should I be open to this? Like the past comes flooding back with someone gifting you something. And it's emotionally nice. And you're like, this is a really nice gesture. But you may be very worried to take some kind of compliment. I mean, it doesn't have an invite. You're hesitant. This week you have either an invitation, a compliment that just makes you feel a little uncomfortable. It does. Something that you're stuck on from your past. Yeah. You got a lot of people who love you. You do. But there's just this in the way. Did you have somebody here give you something that they asked for something in return that you couldn't give? Or they put an expiration date on it? You know? I feel like this person here had high expectations on you. Could have been dealing with the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. This is someone here from your past that's definitely shaped you from being open and vulnerable and accepting gifts or accepting invites. You fear it because this hurt. This made you feel less than this person. Some of you, this could have been a mother figure, a boss. How you're responding to this? Yeah, am I going to have to pay this back? Do they mean it? Are they just blowing smoke up? Are they just saying that to be nice? Am I going to have to put, like, there's just something here, fear of overgiving, of falling for the same thing. It's grief. I don't think it's the same thing, though. Greater opportunity here. It's not the same thing. The past is behind you. This is gone. This person's gone. They can't hurt you. They can't do here. It's like emotionally, it's something here that you feel that they hurt you, but it's gone. But because you can't see what's ahead with this offer, which feels amazing, which makes you feel like connection. It does feel like you're going to a party or hanging out with friends, or there's a date or something here for you this week. But it's almost like I'm afraid to take an invitation because I'm afraid I'm going to be disappointed, or I'm going to get locked into other expectations. And what if I don't like it? Like you're afraid to give your opinion. You're afraid you're going to be rejected. Greater gain here for you. Look at that. Knight of Swords. If something feels, even if you go and you speak your truth and are honest about it or decline, you know, there's something about afraid to be completely vulnerable and yourself around these individuals or this specific person. But if they don't see your disappointments now and they don't like it and they're judgy about it, then they're probably not your people anyway. And there's something here where Spirit's saying it's time for you to address that. Yes, sometimes you can disappoint people or they don't like everything that you see. But the real people who love you regardless are going to still love you. You know, they may not agree with everything that you say. And there's something here where you're afraid to say the wrong thing or show up differently because of a past person, of how they made you feel. Advice here for you, okay? You got a lot of good things coming up here, especially if this is regarding work, okay? I think you have a lot of individuals happy with your work performance. And others of you, if it's not work performance, it's just going to be you working on oneself, trying to stay in one's lane, trying to be a perfectionist, but also feeling the lag here of like, you know, disappointments, how individuals here, some bridges here that may have been burned, you know, guilt or shame that you couldn't be everything that everybody wanted you to be. But this is you to just face it, that like you're not everybody's cup of tea. And the individuals here who are going to want to work with you will work with you, but they may not agree with how the way you do things. And that's okay. You can still have people love you, but still be different. Cancer, your final message is this. Auntie says, Mars is in your sign, Cancer, so your protective instincts may have opinions this week. Before putting on the armor, make sure there's actually a battle happening. And that's what it feels like. It's like this internal battle of like, should I accept this? Or this is the worst case scenario. Your affirmation is, I choose intention over reaction here this week. All right. That's what I have here for you. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. We're going to move on to Leo. Leo is up. All right, we're at the tail end, which also means the bonus train is coming closer. So if you are still here with the live audience, say hello. Let us know that you're here, because this is usually where the algorithm drops. Make sure you smash the like, the hearts, wherever you are. That helps the channel be seen. And don't forget, when you comment, to comment what your signs are. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Some people like to use others, their nodes, their Mercury, whatever it is. Put your signs in. You never know what's going to roll here when we get to the collective dice here, okay? And if nothing shows up and you just intuitively feel guided to listen, then trust your intuition first. Signs are just energy. We have all a little placements everywhere. Something might resonate for you. Leo. My lions. Let's timestamp this. Oh, we'll just say. All right, Leo, here we go. How you feeling this week? Oh, someone else got this. I can't remember which sign started off this, but this usually is like, when I see this reverse, it reminds me of like not taking a second chance, feeling like you're stuck in a rut, cursed a little bit. Let's see the external reason why Leo feels this way. Oh, because, okay, you're having a new start this week. I don't know. Are you starting a new job? Are you starting a new relationship? Something feels like a new beginning. You're trying to be optimistic. It's like, today's going to be a good day. Mondays, I feel like you're starting off, this is going to be a great week. And then you walk out the door, you trip over something and you fall and you're like, what? Like, I just didn't even make it out the door. What the hell? Yeah. It's like, what? This is great though, because the Ace of Pentacles here is abundance. It's usually an inheritance. It's a gift. Some of you, it's money. Okay. It's the Ace of Pentacles. It could be an opportunity. But some of you feel like, just as I'm having the opportunity handed to me, something makes me trip up. Response? Oh, okay. I almost feel like it pushes you back in to the old story where you felt like you never had a new beginning. And it's like, oh my gosh, I feel all alone. I feel like I blew it. It's not meant to happen. It's like it's just going to be a rough week for me. But it's very hard right now for this Leo to be optimistic this week because they're focused here. I mean, this fool is focused on the Wheel of Fortune being reversed and going, yeah, I'm not looking at the big opportunity now. Now I'm looking at the screw up. This is something here where you feel like you either screwed up or something happened that keeps you from getting to somewhere where you need to be, or something gets fumbled and you're like, this is not what I anticipated. This is not how I wanted to start out. Greater opportunity here. Look at this. But here's the thing. You got a match here. Some of you, this is work. Some of you, this is work. All right. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Sometimes things need to break early because you started on the wrong foot. Okay. I do believe you are with an individual here who has a different way of thinking than you do. Right. And evaluates. Both of you care deeply, but this individual has expectations of what you do with this. Okay. And I feel that for some of you, you feel like those are unrealistic expectations. Like, that doesn't feel like anything new to me. That feels like something I can't achieve. But the greater opportunity here is to remember what the King of Pentacles can achieve. And that's usually by nurturing, caring, evaluating, and investing. And there's something here where you're being asked here to look at this as a new approach to have a much firmer foundation. Greater gain. Look at this worry, all this worry, like, oh my God, this is more than I bit off. This is more than I can chew. But Leo, it's a time for you to show how much you care, how much you invest, and how much stability you already have and how much you can manage. You got it. Oh my gosh, Queen of Swords. There's going to be a real talk with this individual. This person here is all business, okay? Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. They're honest. They're truthful. They can be a little bit of biting, though, okay? It's honest to the point where it's like, whoosh, right? But there's communication that is needed with this individual. Especially when it comes to performance. And you're being asked here to mirror back that energy here to this individual, okay? With your communication. And some of that communication is, I will show you how it is done. Let me put the time and effort in here. I'll do it your way, but there's also something here where we can work together. This is a business decision for a lot of you guys. And if this has something to do with a relationship, I do not see anything regarding the heart space right now. It's detaching here from the expectations emotionally that you were optimistic that this was going to be much larger. It's not saying it's not going to be larger at all. It's just saying you're in a rocky period with an individual that you're learning each other's communication and how you do things and arrange things. And it's just very different. All right. Auntie says, Jupiter in your sign wants bigger, Leo, but bigger needs somewhere to live. Make sure building the structure to support what you're asking is there to grow. Your affirmation. Oh my gosh, I like this. Your affirmation is this, Leo. I am prepared to hold what I am ready to grow. That's you holding this opportunity. Okay. You're prepared to do the work. Okay. Just trust that you already have the tools that you need. All right. That's what I got here for you, Leo. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side. We got the bonus train up next. Still time. Still time. let's give a big thanks out here, not just to our sponsors, but also our mediators who have been out here helping out on Twitch and on YouTube. Debbie, Mitzi, and Star over there on Twitch, but also to our individuals here who sponsored, who are also Debbie and Mitzi and Unique. If it wasn't for these lovely ladies, you guys would not have this unlocked bonus. So this unlocked bonus is happening because of them. So make sure you guys send them hearts and love, and hopefully it comes back to them 10 pays back forward to you 10 times more than what you give. I always feel like abundance comes back when you give. Papa says tasty reading. Well, that's interesting. Never heard that before. A new way to describe a reading, tasty. Hope you're doing well, Papa. You've been missed. I know you're working hard on the road. Welcome, Yasina. We just got in here for the collective bonus, but the timestamps will be posted after this live. But hang out for at least the collective bonus, because you might get something out of it. All right. Before we roll, I do want to remind you guys that I will be back here live tomorrow evening at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. What's the real connection? Love, crush, karmic tie. You'll see me on camera. I'll be on vertical mode tomorrow. So it'll just be me. You'll be looking at me versus a lot of the cards. But that's tomorrow night. And then for the rest of the week here, we have What's the Tea on Wednesday for all signs and what you need to know right now. That's more of a general. We just never know what comes out on there. And then for Friday, we have singles. What's next in love for you? So these are all our upcoming shows. Make sure you set your reminders over on YouTube and on the calendar that is placed there so that you guys don't miss out when I am live. I post that earlier for you guys. Thanks, Papa, for the donation. Appreciate it. All right, let's get to it. We are now in the energy here of the collective. Okay, here we go. We're rolling. We have Capricorn. Capricorn's back in the house. Virgo starting off with the earth signs really strong. Libra. Libra is in the house. These dice are getting so beaten up. Taurus. We have the whole earth gang here in the house. Pisces is in the house. Pisces is back. And have Taurus again. Taurus came in twice. Earth signs came in strong this time. So if you have any earth placements in your chart or Pisces or Libra, this reading here may be for you. Soon you'll be able to listen. It's not about the amount that matters. So I'm not even worried about that. I appreciate anything that you guys give. Thank you so much. I'm not like that. That was like, good roll. I have all the earth in my chart. All right, let me timestamp this so that I can get this right on the reading here as we get through. Okay, collective, here we go. We always go a little bit deeper for the collective reading. Collective, how you feeling going into this week? Oh, the Magician here reversed. Okay, well, the Magician reverse is usually someone here who's trying to manipulate and go against free will and maybe overdoing it with the universe. And I want to say overdoing it, meaning like keep checking in. Keep checking in. Okay, like I can do better than you, universe. And it has to do with this broken heart right? I know what I want to manifest. Well, you have a particular thing that you're trying to manifest and make happen. Externally, though, ugh, yeah. There we go. 10 of Wands here. 10 of Wands here is reversed. Listen, you're not going to be able to. Okay. This is something to do with the challenge here. And I'm not saying that this person here is not possible to get things going here and on this level. But there is a past individual that you're dealing with, that you still have a cord with, that is keeping you stuck from really trusting the universe. Okay. I'm going to describe this individual. This is an individual here where you could never do enough. You had to be picture perfect. Okay. This could have been a mother. This could have been, it doesn't have to be a mother, but it could have been an unruly boss. It could have been a partner here that just wanted you to mother them. But externally, this is coming up this week for you. This baggage that still lingered. And you're like, I thought I was over this. I thought I was over this. Integration, High Priestess. Wait a minute. Now with this, is the High Priestess here is the one who trusts. This is what's happening. This is what's happening here. You're realizing. And the Magician, High Priestess, it's all the subconscious energy here, okay? You're realizing that this cord is still here. Some of you, it's time to end a contract, not just in this timeline, but with all of the other karmic timelines you have. And you can do that. You can quantum heal this, okay? With love and light. Not to get back on another individual, but you can just end this contract. And there's something here where you know that this is buried really deeply. And it keeps you from holding on to tightly because you don't feel enough. So I feel like my collective here goes through a not enough wound. And this could affect your money. This could affect your relationships. But this is someone here who's holding on to so deeply because they feel that if they don't have it, they won't be enough with it or without it. And that 10 of Wands energy here is that irritability, is that impatience. Now, these are some things that this individual may have been with you. Just give it to me. I'll do it. I just feel like there's this energy of someone here nagging to you. And some of you, it's your own voice that's coming in and saying, why can't you get this right? Or, you're giving yourself a lot of self-negative talk. Sagittarius energy is coming on here, but this is, someone not being patient with you. But where are you showing patience with oneself? So the question is going to be different for each. An answer that's going to be different for all of you. What is this integration here with this High Priestess energy with you? Trust. Trust that you'll be able to handle it. Trust that this is just fear, that this is noise, Pisces energy. Maybe this is amplified with you with all that eclipse energy we just went through. How are you responding to this? Making some changes, taking accountability, being honest, being authentic. Some of you, you're responding to this with counseling. Some of you, this is a therapist. Some of you, this is a doctor. You are doing a checkup this week. And this checkup here is showing you that I keep checking in on myself, meaning I want the universe to create something for me, but I'm not actually working with it and taking accountability for the version of me that gets that. Because the version of you that gets what you want is an individual here who's secure, who's transparent, who's not wearing a mask, who takes accountability, who can handle those situations that feel rocky. And so there's a version of you that is coming out this week that's like, I'm taking the accountability. Greater opportunity here for you to learn something new. Yeah. Learn something new. Some of you is to reparent yourself. Some of you, it's looking at that inner child work. Okay. But there's an opportunity here to learn, educate, see what it is to be in, the pages have the fool's energy. They're naive enough, but they're also young enough to know that, hey, I can learn from this and I can expand from this, and whatever comes my way, I might not be able to handle it the way that I think I can, but it will all work out regardless. And there's a greater opportunity here to learn this week. Yeah. About rejection, about rock bottom, about endings, about betrayal. But most importantly, the greater gain here has a lot to do with self-betrayal. It's not behind your back. It's what you say in front of yourself, right? It's happening in front of you, not behind you, not in this Ten of Swords. Advice here for you before we get to the auntie message. You see this union, you see this happiness, you see this support. This is where you need to be putting your energy into with the right people, all right? And not try to force something that is either closed or not ready yet. Appreciate your wins now. The King of Wands here is about confidence. Yeah, there's a healthy ego there, but they're ready to be a way shower. They're a leader. They're very creative, artistic, and you may be all of that rolled in one. But this is also realizing you have the right support around you and that you weren't just built all over one night. Your final message here, collective, is this. If the door isn't opening, quit throwing your whole body at it. Resistance isn't always rejection. Sometimes it's your cue to try the damn handle. Your affirmation. I love this one, which we had this one too. And it must have pulled another one that I had here, which is the same one, which is, I am prepared to know when to push and when to pivot. All right. And that was another affirmation that someone got too. That's what I got here for you guys. I hope you like this. I will be back here tomorrow night. You guys have a good rest of the Sunday. Don't forget, there's always more messages over at Harmonia Friends Community. You can join through the YouTube membership. That's just the premier access. Or if you want full membership with the discounts on all of my services, I'm not just a reader. I'm also a mentor, and I'm also a medium. So if that's something you want to check out, go over to my website. You guys have a good night. Take care.